Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, we're gonna be talking about my top 3 reasons why I am bullish on lordstown Motors. First of all, you gotta be aware that lordstown Motors is a risky stock. They could fail their production and not meet targets, and the stock could fall dramatically. So be careful about your investments. Invest what you are willing to lose, and don't bet the boat on it. But I also believe that Lordstown Motor could be a huge return on investment if they can succeed. That is my opinion, and none of this is financial advice. So my first reason is they're getting ready for production. This is my biggest reason. They are getting ready for production. Their production will start at the end of September. So I'm expecting to hear some kind of news. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, but I'm expecting to hear some news saying we are production ready, and we are producing we are starting to ramp up cars as speak. Maybe hopefully we get some kind of numbers like, oh, we're producing, roughly 2 cars a day, 3 cars a day, 5 cars a day, 10 cars a day. That would be awesome if we hear some kind of news like that. Because 10 cars a day in 10 days is 100 cars. In a month, that is 300 cars. 300 in one 300 in 1 month. And in 1 quarter, that's almost 1,000 cars. 1,000 cars in a quarter. So decent amount of revenue if they manage to sell all those 1,000 cars in 1 quarter. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that we hear some kind of positive news about a production ramp. Hope maybe it'll get delayed. Reason number 2, they got a new CEO. And yes, the last CEO gave Lordstown a bad reputation, which put a lot of pressure on the stock and caused the stock price to go down. And they also, there's a lot of negative sentiment around Lordstown right now. But that's the reason why the price is so cheap. And it could keep going. I don't know what the price is gonna do, short term or long term, but my gamble is it'll keep going up. But if the production doesn't go through, it might go down. But I think the new CEO is important. The CEO doesn't seem like an idiot. Seems like he knows what he's doing. He's very experienced, and on top of that, he doesn't need the money. He can literally probably just sit on his ass for the rest of his life and do nothing, and live off of whatever cash he has. That's my opinion. But because just look at his background, right? Doesn't need the money. He's rich. So yeah. But rich people like to work. They like to make more money. Why? I don't know. I guess it's the whole greed part of life. Work and retire super wealthy. Why? I don't know. The way rich people think. Reason number, and then you remember Afria, now Tilray, but Afria went through the same scenario. People were extremely bearish on Afria, because of Iwan Sermon with the insider trading, and then even though they got a new CEO, they were still very, very bearish on Afria, and then Afria flipped the profit. EBITDA positive. Sentiment changed, and the stock got pumped to the moon. If Lordstown ever flipped a profit, ever even showed a little bit of profit, same thing's going to happen to the stock. It's going to get pumped to the moon. That's my opinion. Not financial advice. And then third reason, the stock is so cheap. I mean, it could go down more and be cheaper. But I mean, you know, the stock used to be $30. Now it's sitting at $7. You know, that's a big reason. And you know, cheap, and it's also heavily shorted. Almost 31.43 million shares shorted. The float is 110 million. That is essentially 1/3 of the float. So 30% of the float is shorted. And then huge institutional owning of 30%. That's pretty big. But you know, we'll see if this short squeeze happens. Might not. If you think it's a fraud, stay away. If you think it's a huge return on investment, do what you want. But for me, I'm holding. I'm gambling that there's going to be a short squeeze, but it might not be. And from a charting perspective right now, it looks bullish. One positive piece of news from Lordstown, like we are starting production, we are ramping cars right now. Boom, stock could go to like $10 in a day. My opinion only, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it for the video. I don't really have too much to say. Wow, I got like 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You know, if I guess I can. What I can say is, you know, 5 years down the road, if Lordstown is still in business and they are still ramping cars, and you know, everything is fine and working properly, and they're flipping a profit, they might pay a dividend. But stocks are not treated like that. Look at AMC. Look at GameStop. Their stock is getting pumped, and you know, they're not flipping a profit. They're losing money. Investors don't care. They're pumping the crap out of the stock. Same thing could happen to Lordstown. Short term. Long term, they can pay a dividend if they succeed. Short term, they'll get pumped to the moon. We'll see what happens, but anyways, wow, I got like 30 more seconds. I kind of want to milk this. But every company like has problems. Tesla went through their problems. Afria went through their problems. Now Afria is one of the most loved MJ company in the Canadian side. On the US side, I have no idea. But on the Canadian side, they're one of the most loved company, and they used to be one of the most hated companies in the market. Now they're one of the most loved companies in the market. So things can change. Sentiment can change. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.